Hello, and welcome to another edition of Impressions of Impact. We're going to be going over the February 1st edition of Impact. Is the microphone on? Microphone on? Okay. Just talking to my producer. You may know him. His name's John Kearns. Anyway, the show opened up with a barn burner of a match. LAX and Daga versus the Lucha Brothers and Taurus. Santana and Pentagon start the match with a handshake, but Phoenix comes in with a drop kick. Everyone gets involved, and Daga and Taurus stand alone. Taurus with a big shotgun drop kick, then a corkscrew lope to Ortiz. Daga gets in and hits a modified tope con hilo to Phoenix, and we are back to Santana and Penta in the ring. They trade chops and super kicks, and Santana hits a rolling cutter. Tag to Ortiz, but Daga comes in with a plethora of kicks, and there's an assisted moonsault and a splash for 2 by Ortiz. Pentagon monkey flips Santana into a cannonball to Ortiz. Phoenix gets tagged and hits a delayed flying headbutt, and Ortiz hits a blue thunder bomb. Both tag out. Taurus puts a beating on Daga, but Daga hits a deadlift German for 2. Taurus goes to the top and hits a crossbody to Daga, and Daga throws him outside and tags Ortiz. Ortiz does a suicide dive, Pena with a tope con hilo, Santana with a huge acai moonsault, then Phoenix from the top with a back-twisting senton to everyone. We come back from break, and Ortiz gets hit with stereo kicks to the both of his front and back of the head by the Lucha Brothers. Daga is over the middle rope. Santana is over the top rope. Pentagon kicks Daga, and Phoenix walks the rope and knees Santana in the head. Taurus with a massive blue thunderbomb to Ortiz for 2. Pentagon and Phoenix hit a double stomp cradle pile driver for the win. After the match, Conan gets in, and Penta calls for the mic. He asks if LAX feels they can beat them again. They want another title shot next week, and LAX says yes, and they all shake hands. I am super hyped, as their first match for Impact Wrestling is one of my favorites in this short year, and this 6-man was amazing. This match really told the story of Pentagon and Phoenix on a comeback and showed off Daga and Taurus. Taurus was powerful but also agile, while Daga had a lot of finesse. I wouldn't mind seeing Daga join LAX. They had great chemistry. And from what I've seen of Daga on Lucha Underground, he had a better showing here. We find out about Impact's next pay-per-view, Rebellion, on April 28th, coming from the same place as Slammiversary did, the Rebel Entertainment Complex in Canada. And I'm hoping that Mike Bailey makes an appearance. The next match we got was Su Yung and Ali versus Jordynne Grace and Kiera Hogan. Su and Ali try a double suplex, but Grace suplexes them both and a great German on Su. Knees to the back of Su in the corner for 2. Grace tags Kiera and body slammed her onto Su. A drop kick, a splash, a hip attack, a basement drop kick, all in the corner to Su Yung, and Kiera gets a 2 count. Jordynne's back in and sends Su across the ring with a fall-away slam. She tags to Ali. Jordynne hits a spine press, then goes to hit the rope, but Su opens them, and Grace falls out to the outside. Su misses getting Jordynne with the mist. Jordynne gets Su in a fireman carry, but Ali super kicks her. The both of them throw Jordynne into the ring post. Back in, and Ali gets a 2 count. Grace goes for the tag, but Ali knocks Kiera off. Su gets in Kiera's face, and the two continue to double team Jordynne. Ali tries to knock Jordynne down, but Jordynne hits her with a pounce. Both go for tags, but the lights go out, and Rosemary is in Sue's place looking for the tag. Ali is frightened and gets hit with a spinning fisherman neckbreaker by Kiera for the win. I really like how they're keeping everyone strong, and building the eventual in-ring return of Rosemary, who is one of my personal favorite female wrestlers. We get a Scarlett Bordeaux promo where she finds her lackey dipping his toes in a gym pool. She asks him to spar, and she hurts his hands. Then she says, "Oh, did I hurt your hands? Let's try some kicks." She hits him twice in the kicks him twice in the leg, and he falls into the pool. She gets upset because he got her wet. These Bordeaux vignettes are fun and keep showing off more and more of her character. I can't wait for her in-ring debut in 2 weeks. We then get the tag team of Eddie Edwards and Eli Drake against the Rascals, Zachary Wentz and Desmond Xavier. Before the match, Eli drops the cane over the rope and says to Eddie, "We don't need it." Zach and Eddie go hold for hold at first until a wrist lock brings Eli in. Eddie says he wasn't ready. Now Zach grounds Eli with a corkscrew plancha. Dez tags in and tandem strikes for 2. Eddie gets back in, and Dez hits him with a head scissor takedown. Tags Zach in, who hits a delayed senton from the apron, a la Eddie Guerrero. Zach goes to the second rope, but Eli trips him off. Eli tags himself in, and Eddie doesn't like what Eli is doing one bit. Pop-up reverse power slam by Eli for 2. Eddie tags in, and vicious chops to Zach. Back... A knee rocks Eddie, Eli runs in, and Zach tosses him out, but Eli pulls Dez down. Eddie tags Eli, he goes for a sidewalk slam, but a head scissors takes Eli down. Dez is in, and he's rolling and jumping. One second here. Have some technical issues. Eli takes them both down with straight rights. He goes for a gravy train, but Zach comes in to stop it, and Eli lifts both up, but they turn a Northern Lights suplex into a double spike DDT. Eddie saves the match and sends Zach out, clotheslining Dez, and hits a suicide dive on Zach. He gets Kenny the cane and goes in, but the ref stops him. Eli grabs the cane, hits Dez, and wins with a gravy train. This story is intriguing, as in a couple of weeks, both Eli Drake and Eddie Edwards will be on the same team representing Team Impact against Team AAA. Eddie didn't see Eli use the cane. Eli is a hypocrite, and this furthers his heel nature. This match was fun and furthered storyline. Tessa sends a message and says she would have did what she did again because Gail ruined her title reign. She challenges Taya for a Knockouts title match on the 15th. Taya responds later and wants it to be a street fight. Rich Swann tells us his side of the story, saying Sammy opened his home to him and it may have cost him his marriage. But through the years he has seen Sammy's ways. He sees the best in people and takes it and uses it for his own advantage. Rich says there's always a place in his heart for Sammy, but what Sammy wants from Rich isn't fair. We then get Fallah Bahh versus Psycho Clown. Psycho Clown comes out with a huge devil horn hand that spits pyro everywhere. It's wild to see. I loved it. The crowd loves Psycho Clown and Fallah Bahh. We get a big cross body off the apron by Fallah. Bahh goes for the mask, but the ref stops him. Psycho hits a double stomp in the corner for a suicide dive. Then a tope con hilo. Big belly to belly by Fallah. Fallah goes for a bonsai drop, but Psycho makes his way up and hits a sunset bomb for 2. Fallah misses a falling headbutt, and Psycho rolls him up for the pin. This was a fun match. Fallah is always a fun guy to watch. Psycho Clown is a sight to see, and I can't wait to see the World Cup match as both of these men will be involved. I believe it will be Psycho Clown, El Hijo del Vikingo, Taurus, against Eddie, Eli, and Fala, but I'm not sure. It's called Uncaged. It's going to be either next week or in 2 weeks, I believe. 2 weeks. Impact Wrestling Uncaged. It's another special episode from Impact. So, we get Cage and Johnny Impact in the back, and Cage is just keep going on about his title shot. And Johnny says, "Can you please just calm down about the title shot right now? We have to focus on the match tonight." They are facing Killer Kross and Moose. This match is exactly what you'd expect from these 4 top athletes. The end sees Johnny tag in and hit a corkscrew crossbody on Moose. A 619 to Kross. Disaster kick misses Kross and hits Cage. Cage goes for a discus lariat to Mundo, but Mundo ducked and Cage took out Kross. Cage allows Moose to spear Johnny for the win. Callis points out that Cage has pinned Johnny. Johnny has been submitted by Kross and has now been pinned by Moose. Things are getting out of hand here, and I hope Cage loses his title match via DQ so we can eventually get a fatal 4-way down the line for the title. This week's Impact, for me, was better than last week. It gets an A. I loved every second of it. This is a TV show, and in this TV show, along with the action being top-notch, the storylines keep progressing. There's continuity, unlike some other wrestling shows out there. This show is great alternative wrestling product and deserves more love. Go watch and join me next week for Impressions of Impact. This is Tim Farley. Wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, noon, or night, you have a great one, and peace and love to all of you.